Hurricane Andrew.
Right.
It's a fucking
Yeah,
dot.
because Irma is
compared to
400
Irma.
miles wide.
I know, and it's like, wait, how is this? I mean, we've only been recording history for what? Like weather history for 2 generations, maybe?
No, they've been doing weather forever. The Farmer's Almanac, man.
Well, okay. Yeah, that's true. You just imagine, like, a long time ago how pissed their God must have been if something like Irma
That's
happened.
right.
It'd be like, oh, my God, what did we do?
Well, they
What
didn't
did we
have carbon emissions, so their God didn't get that pissed.
It's just a slight drizzle.
He just had, like, a tropical storm pissed.
So is that what they're attributing all of this to? I mean, I'm sure.
Climate change,
Yeah.
It makes all these storms, because the ocean gets warmer, and which makes the storm that much more powerful.
Right.
And it can just keep going. And
Well, and then I was watching something on the news the other day, and it's this lady standing out on just, like, snow everywhere. Every fucking where. And she's just standing there talking about something, and then out from behind her pops the top of a submarine, and so the submarine is finally like coming to coming above water, so it could open up the hatch and people can get out,
right?
And it was like the national treasure or somebody of the United States, and they were just trying to prove a point that we're dealing with so much loss of like ice and the global warming that it's this easy to get through. I'm like, dude, you're in a submarine. It's got to be that easy, right?
Well, no, not if it was like a land,
Well,
because it used to be, it would be so thick. It was like Earth.
well,
like,
right?
Like I don't know, like
Just
land.
Do
Do you get what I'm saying here? It was like stuff.
Right. Yeah, you guys don't want to listen to this show for
a coherent thought,
right? But where was I, or what grade? I don't remember. But I tried explaining this to somebody. Speaking of, I'll go ahead and put my foot in my mouth. Is that you can have a liter of dirt.
A liter.
Let's just say a pound of dirt.
Okay.
And you can only fit it. You can only fit so much into a box.
Okay.
Now, if you take that same box and you use water, like there's literally you can't pack it in anymore. You can't pack.
You can't
water
compress
in.
the water.
Yeah, you can't compress the water.
Right.
So water has a heavier density, right?
I don't think.
Because with
think
dirt,
density is what you're looking for.
You could push more down.
You can compress the material,
right?
And you can fit more material in, so you can fit more than a pound in that box.
Because I've always heard that if you're going to fall and your parachute doesn't open, you want to fall on land before you fall into water. Because land, you theoretically could survive because it's going to give, whereas if you hit water at a certain speed, you're just going to
Well, water has that surface tension, so if you hit it fast and you don't penetrate it,
right,
like your body flattens out, or
like you don't do a pin drop.
It is like hitting concrete.
Right.
But the same would be if you landed on ground. It also won't absorb your body.
But it won't absorb it, but it gives a little bit.
Yeah, I don't. I think you really want the parachute to open either way.
Well, obviously.
Tuck and roll, man.
Tuck and roll. That would be awesome if you're just flying. And then you just kind of...
Do you think that's how the Jesus walked on water story got started? This guy fell off a cliff and then ran across the whole... Like,
I did see this video on Facebook a while ago that there were a bunch of kids and they were all clowning each other, and some kid like roasted him real bad. And then the guy in the background, like he literally ran like around the corner of the pool. Like he was laughing so hard, he ran so fast. I don't know if it was like just edited, but like he ran. He was like, "Oh shit!" And he went running, and he ran across the goddamn water.
Like a cartoon.
Yeah, and then underneath it was like a meme, and it said something like, "We're all going to sit here and act like that dude and just run across the water." And I was like, "What, dude?" And then I paid attention, and then I saw it, and I was like, "I think he fucking did." I think Jesus walking on water never fucking happened. That's what I think.
All right,
I think
that's simple.
I think a lot of dudes that were probably, dying from syphilis and a lot of other things and losing their minds and trying all kinds
Turns
of
out the
drugs.
boat wasn't even on water.
No.
He was just standing next to
Yeah.
the boat and be like, hey, you guys all right?
Whoa,
Dude, how are you walking? Oh, I think your fever is really bad.
You're right. I mean, you back in a day when you can literally die from diarrhea.
I know.
Who knows what the fuck they're
That
talking
remind
about.
like with all this with the tropical storm or the hurricane.
Right.
So you got all these people on the islands, like in the Caribbean or Caribbean, however you want to say it.
Right. Caribbean.
They are sitting out there on this island. Storm comes through. They survive it. There's all this flooding, which means sewage. All that shit comes up.
Right.
Bacteria,
Right.
mosquitoes,
Illness.
You're just gonna
everywhere.
You're gonna die.
Yeah.
You know, you can't get food.
Yeah.
You're
Nothing's
wet.
clean.
And I was thinking, they at least had a warning.
Yeah.
Hey, there's a hurricane coming. If you can, get out of there.
Right.
But what if, like, you know, you didn't have a TV or stuff? You're just because the dream is.
You mean like if you're displaced and you're homeless?
No,
or
but the
something?
dream is I'm going to buy a desert island and I'm going to live on it. That's going to be my private island.
Right.
And I'm going to live there for the rest of my life.
Right.
But then you're out there and you don't have news and all that, and
Right.
all of a sudden,
You get a shitstorm.
oh, here comes a storm. It might be shit.
Right.
Shit.
Just holding on to that one
Yeah.
palm tree for dear life.
I mean, do you build like an Eiffel Tower structure so it's so high that you just
Can get above.
you get up there and it's just you hunker in?
Oh my, yeah. I don't know. Well, I'm trying to think. 'Cause speaking of islands, I'm trying to think of something that I can do, man, to go like take a little bit of a
On your trip?
vacation. Yeah, just to take a little bit of a vacation.
How long?
I mean, 3 days. You know, I can't be gone. I can't miss that much work.
3 days, and so do you want to fly though?
Yeah,
you
yeah.
do.
I'm tired of driving.
Okay,
I'm really quite over it.
so a 3-day trip with flight, you really want to leave like early in the morning or late at night.
Okay, why is that?
Because you don't want to
With the
waste any
prices?
time flying. I mean, you don't want to spend because you go to the airport. You know, you're there an hour early, 2 hours early. Then,
Right.
Then you're flying, and then it ends up being like 4 hours, and you were all you've done was sitting on a plane.
Well, that's true. Well, it would have to be Friday after work, and I wouldn't have to be back until Monday night. So that's Saturday, Sunday, and most of Monday.
Yeah. So if you can catch a Friday night flight
Yeah.
and you come home,
Are red eyes cheaper? Do you know? Like if I agree to fly later?
yeah, they're cheaper, but they're hard to find. Like they don't
Okay.
do red eyes anymore
They don't.
because they pack the plane so full.
That they don't need.
I
don't
think
need
they
it?
just try to do less flights, and they're
Gotcha.
just trying to squeeze every penny.
Where would you go? Where would you go?
That's a good question.
Because, like, okay, so if it's a Friday night flight, I mean, I guess, you know, California is 6 hours.
Yeah.
That's a 6-hour flight. Don't know
Yeah.
how I feel about
What are you gonna do?
Yeah. Walk around
Yeah.
California.
Right.
I don't know. Like if I left at 9 or 8, like
Yeah.
I'm getting in and I'm going to be paying for the whole night at the hotel, even though I'm just checking in at like.
and so
fucking
Vegas,
4
you probably
o'clock.
don't want to do.
I don't really want to do Vegas solo.
It's too much.
I think that would just be overly depressing.
Yeah.
I think I would just find my favorite bar and just sit at it
Yeah.
all day long
Right.
until I get kicked out. If I went to Vegas by myself, so I don't know. Where you?
Where's a good place to go by yourself? What about New York City?
And we're going to jump in here real quick. We have got an artist by the name of Jerry Collins. You can go to jerrycollinsmusic.com and look. This song that we're going to play for you is Hold Your Hands Up. And the album is available on iTunes, Amazon, Google, Deezer, Spotify, anywhere you want. This is Jerry Collins, Hold Your Hands Up. Thank you for listening to The Bill and Joe Show. We'll be back.
Hold your hands up. We lift our hands up to His love. Hold your hands up. We lift our hands to give praise and to worship Him. Touch the sky, reach for the heavens. Raise your vibration. Feel the love of His energy. flow through your fingertips. Hold your hands up. We lift our hands up to his love. Hold your hands up. We lift our hands to give praise and to worship him. Hold your hands up. We lift our hands up to his love. We lift our hands to give praise and to worship him. Get the momentum of merriment and anticipation. Gather with your family and friends, holding your hands up to his love. Hold your hands up. We lift our hands up to his love. Hold your hands up. We lift our hands to give praise and to worship him. Hold your hands up. We lift our hands up to his love. We lift our hands to give praise and to worship him. Hands up is a gesture of his goodwill, solidarity and love for you. People raise their hands to hear a good concert, prayer, rally or message. Hold your hands up. We lift our hands up to his love. Hold your hands up. We lift our hands to give praise and to worship him. Hold your hands up. We lift our hands up to his love. We lift our hands to give praise and to worship him.
New York City.
I think I'd be scared.
Terrorism.
Yeah. Well, what about? See, yeah. Well, not terrorism. Just like I won't know where the fuck I'm at. Everything's so big. Like, I'll just be like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I'm kind of more thinking of like a beach.
Oh,
like
okay.
Somewhere where I can get and have some nice weather, catch its tan, drink some margaritas.
I hear Houston's really nice.
Yeah. It's wonderful water. Wonderful water.
Oh, Clearwater Beach, Florida is amazing.
Is it? Are you being sarcastic?
It's
Well, yeah. Where the fuck am I going to go with Irma?
super nice beach, but yeah,
With Irma,
everybody's
and-
fucked right now.
What the fuck?
You can go to the Carolinas, but that storm just keeps moving.
And you know me, man. I'm not. You know, I've gotten over my fear of flying, but I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm not trying to fly into a goddamn
right.
hurricane.
Well, so maybe you do want to go to California. Go down to San Diego.
I've never been.
Yeah, I hear it's
never have
awesome.
it. Yeah, I heard it's pretty sweet. Go to one of those beaches where they have like a weight bench and all that, like a beach. What are they called?
Well, I think that's in
beach
L.A.
gyms?
Yeah, Los
Beach gym?
Angeles does that.
You don't think that they have them in San Diego? They've got to.
I don't know. Venice Beach is what.
Venice
That's
Beach.
where those.
So that's where people just go and
Yeah.
pump iron out in the sun all day?
Right.
That's weird.
That's where Schwarzenegger made his
Is it really?
claim to fame. Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yep.
Well, I don't know. Maybe I'll just hold off and go to Florida. I was also thinking, because Florida is such an easy trip. It's like 3 hours out of Midway.
I'll tell you what, dude. I just did the trip to Clearwater, even though it just got destroyed.
Right.
It's a one shot from here. They do the cheap flight.
from